Hey guys, it's Dave Barnett from davidcbarnett.com, the blog site, YouTube channel, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, etc., podcast, wherever they'll have me, where I talk about buying, selling, financing, and managing small and medium-sized businesses. It's really early in the morning. I'm making this recording. It's 5:30 in the morning in California, which means it's like into my workday back home. So I just flew over last night, so my time zones are a little bit screwed up. But it's good because it gives me a little chance to make this recording for you guys, because I wanted to update you on the Business Buyer Adventure Program for what's been going on in January. And there's been a bunch of stuff going on. I actually had to make a list here. So for those of you who don't know, if you're interested in buying a business, I've got an online course called Business Buyer Advantage. It's about 9.5 hours of online video tutorials, and then there's a 50-page workbook, and you work through this on your own pace, and it teaches you the process to find a business, analyze a business, make an offer, figure out how you're going to finance it, etc. So for people who want more help after that, I have a group coaching program called Business Buyer Adventure. And the way that it works is you join, and there's a monthly subscription fee, and there's a 12-module program called The Next Step, which gets you up to speed with the rest of the people in the group. So you work through those 12 steps, and then you get to interact with the other people in the group. So for example, there's a Facebook group which is just for the adventure members, and in that group people talk to each other and share book recommendations and share articles with each other. So it's a place where people can get together. There's also now there are members from 3 different continents. So there's people from all across the US, 5 different states I think. There's someone from Asia, and we have a new member from Oceania, not Australia, but near Australia. So anyway, and so it's really great because we have a little bit of an international insight or perspective in the group. Every month there are 2 different calls called adventure calls, which are open forum Q&A calls where people can come in and ask any questions they have about whatever deal that they're working on. And what's great is that those calls are recorded, so even members who can't join live are able to later listen to those calls. And if you were to join Business Buyer Adventure today, you could go right in and start listening to all those calls back from the beginning. So right now there are 20 of them, so there's 20 recordings in there right now. There's also the monthly expert call. So for January we had Paul Hindelang, who is a business broker and an engineer from Michigan, who has worked in manufacturing and the auto sort of supply chain to the auto industry for 30 years or more. But he's also a Leadership Management International franchisee. So he's been teaching goal setting and leadership management skills for over 20 years. And he and I had a big, long discussion about goal setting to help people get their 2019 off to the right start. And he's number 8. So again, if you joined the group today, you would get to listen to all the expert calls back from the beginning. And then for next month, we have a really great call. A fella by the name of Mike Finger, who has sold 3 different businesses. And what Mike and I talked about was the mindset of the seller. And Mike gave some really great insights into the realities and the emotions and the lack of logic that was clouding some of his thinking at the time he sold his first business. So really interesting insights for people that are trying to buy a business, to get inside the perspective of the seller, to try and understand what the other person is thinking. So if you're serious about wanting to buy a business and you want to work together with some other like-minded people and get more input and time with me at a reasonable cost without having to pay for one-on-one support, then Business Buyer Adventure is definitely something that you should be checking out. And to learn more or sign up, just head over to businessbuyeradvantage.com. The adventure program is step number 3 in the 4 different steps that I outline on that website. And with that, don't forget, I'm here all the time creating videos trying to help people avoid bad deals. So if you want to help me defeat and thwart the villains of a small business brokerage who are trying to rip people off, click like and share on any of my videos that you watch, because clicking like and sharing them actually shows the YouTube system that people enjoy the videos and the videos are good, and it helps it come up more frequently for people that are searching for information on the topics that I talk about. So anyway, with that, I'm going to try to find a place that's open for breakfast at this time of day, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.